it doesn't get much more household name than the Peugeot 208, does it? And it doesn't get much more monumental for the electric car either, because this is the new Peugeot 208, and whether you go for the petrol, the diesel or the electric version, which costs from £25,000 and has an official driving range of 211 miles, they all look pretty much the same, only those little blue badges on the back tell you that it's an electric version. And Peugeot has done that on purpose because it believes that electric is the new normal. It's going to be a completely ordinary choice for most people in the very near future. So it wants them all to look very similar. And I think that is a great thing because it looks awesome. It's all chunky and aggressive and fangy. Very cool. So let's go and find out if the new normal is as good to drive as it looks. It's the range and charging stuff that is going to bother most people considering going electric for the first time, which I think a lot of people buying the 208 are going to be in that camp. So, this gets a 50 kilowatt hour battery and that delivers a 211 mile official range. And in reality that translates to, I reckon you're going to get about 200 miles, judging by what we're seeing now, in good weather and in fairly sedate use. But don't forget that cold weather always eats away at the range of an electric car, so in the winter, or if you do a lot of motorway miles, you're going to see more like 150 miles. Charging the car is no problem at all. As long as you can have a home wall box, which you need off-road parking for, then it will charge up from a 7 kilowatt wall box in around about 8 hours. You also get rapid charging in the e-208 of 100 kilowatts, which will give you 100 miles of range in some 15 or 20 minutes if you can find a charger that will serve up that faster charge. Most motorway service stations currently have 50 kilowatt fast chargers, which use the CCS port that the e-208 does have, so finding a charger that has the right plug will be no problem at all. And the 50 kilowatt chargers that are quite common will give you 100 miles of range in around about half an hour. So that's all well and good and very competitive because there are very few other small electric cars that can charge up as quickly as this. And it drives nicely too, so performance is very good on the e-208, 0 to 62 in 8.1 seconds. If you stick it in sport mode then it feels particularly sprightly, and of course you get the trademark small Peugeot steering wheel, which gives it a really sort of darty, nimble feel as you go into corners. So I think that's going to really please a lot of people. My main concerns are the ride comfort, so our test car is on 17-inch wheels and it just feels quite restless. It bobs about a lot and it picks up on quite cool surfaces on the road. Could be a bit quieter as well, there's quite a lot of tyre noise coming from those wheels. I haven't had a chance yet to drive this car on the 16-inch wheels, so I can't really comment, but I reckon they might improve things quite a bit. So that's my main concern, is how that's all going to translate to UK roads. Other than that, it's quiet, it's easy to drive, it's got that really nice sort of squat planted feel on the road, so it feels even more grown up actually than the Renault Zoe, I reckon. So it's a really decent thing to drive around town or on a country road. Added to that, this really nice interior, driving position's very good, all very high tech, especially if you go for one of the high spec models. Go for Allure trim or up, because that gets the LED headlights with the fangs, which look really cool. But other than that, it's a really decent little package. It's practical enough too. I mean, I can sit behind myself very easily in this car. There's plenty of leg and headroom in the back. Decent sized boot, but no proper cable storage, which I think is a bit hard to forgive, especially since there's no space under the front bonnet either. Apart from that, given the way it drives and given the finish in this interior, I think the e-208 is a really nice package. The Peugeot e-208 has got a lot going for it, not least that reassuring factor, the fact that people may well even have owned one of these before. It's a recognisable, familiar car that people are going to trust. And the electric motor delivers really good performance, the range is good, the interior is lovely, loads of equipment, so it really has got everything going for it. I do worry about the ride comfort. I don't know how that's going to translate to UK roads, so we'll have to find out about that, but we'll try it on smaller wheels, see if that improves things. And other than that, I think it's everything you're going to want from a small electric car, and Peugeot have done a great job. So, if you are after a pure electric small car, your choice has just got a lot better. Head to DrivingElectric.com for all of the electric and hybrid car advice, news and reviews you could possibly want. And check us out on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. While you're here, don't forget to hit subscribe on our YouTube channel.